So, how do you stop becoming complacent with your driving after you pass your driving test? Good question. And the answer to that is just keep reminding yourself the basics, safety side of things, because the biggest fault what people will do, like with complacency, is they get overconfident and they think they don't need to do this, and they start taking risks and they start driving faster, and it becomes more risky with things. So I'll put a video in the description about fear factors and risk factors that might help you. But what I used to do to remind myself is remind myself what it was like when I first passed, what I used to do about checking my mirrors, checking my blind spots. When it comes to roundabouts where there's pinch points where you know it's going to be dangerous, be slowing down for these things to make sure you don't take risks, because what happens is people approach things faster after they've passed, because no one's saying to me you should be slowing down, and in reality is you should be thinking, well, it's actually dangerous here. Even though it looks quiet, it can quickly change, so you should be slowing yourself down in anticipation of that danger even though you passed, and that will help remind you. And another thing would be a lot of accidents happen within a mile of where you live, so you want to be saying to yourself, when you're driving home from work, university, college, school, or coming back from the shops, and you've done all the hard work shopping or whatever you've done for the day, and on your way home, you know the area where you live, you know Joe Blogg's always parks in that corner down there. And that's when you get complacent there, is because you know what's coming. But you've got to say, what happens if things change? What happens if around that corner someone's stepping out, running after the ball? So you've got to be reminding yourself of them dangers. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to become too relaxed about what's going to be happening around the corner, and you won't be slowing down, you won't be anticipating that danger. So keep reminding yourself of what could go wrong if you don't, like someone could step out, someone could drive out the driveway, reverse out the driveway, or on a main road, someone might change lanes. So don't even though you're quite good at your driving, don't let yourself get into the point where you're driving along a dual carriageway and there's a car right next to you doing 60 miles an hour and you're kind of hovering in their blind spot. Why be doing that? You're going to put yourself in a risk. So just drop back a little bit so they can see you in the mirrors. And if they don't check the mirrors and they change lanes, at least they're not going to hit you. So keep reminding yourself of what dangers could happen. Hazard perception is a good one, and that'll help you to kind of remind yourself not to set risks.